Hello, everyone. I'm going to welcome everybody to the very first episode of the Positionless podcast. My name is Sean, here with my brother Jack. Jack, you want to introduce yourself?
My name is Jack. I like basketball. I like talking with you.
Let's get into it.
Yeah.
All right. We're going to try to do this every week, talk some NBA, maybe some college. I'm not a big college guy, but I want to be. So, let's see what we get into.
See what we get into. Can get into anything.
All right. So I want to start us off. Every week, I kind of want to do quizzing each other. So today I'll quiz you. Next episode, you're going to quiz me. Just short little quizzes to start the episode, test that ball knowledge.
Make sure we're up to date with our information. And
yes, sir.
Let's go.
All right. So today we're going to play a little bit of who he played for before the season starts. So some free agency moving, some trades, some signings. I'm going to do some easy, some intermediate, and some God tier. Some shit you ain't going to know.
I'm excited to see.
Let's get it. So first off for easy, I'm going to start off with Jonas Valanciunas. Who he played for this season?
Jonas Valanciunas. I'm pretty
Big
confident
man
in this one.
Yes, sir.
Got away from the Pelicans, and he's now on the Wizards.
Yes, sir. That starting center for who knows how long. I think they're going to try to look to trade him immediately.
Try to get Alex Sarr in there. Just play him at the power forward.
Yeah, I think Sarr's a 4. I think he wants to play 4. I think that's probably the reason he didn't want to go to Atlanta with Jalen Johnson out there. He's coming off a great year, so he thought he was going to get switched to that 5, but
interesting team, but
I don't think he's all that. To be honest. Alex Sarr. I mean, summer league was pretty ass.
The summer league, he's trying to pull out the between the legs, step back threes,
bricks
on the fast break. Yeah,
he's got to work on that shot diet, but I think he can do something. But I want to see him play some 4. They also got Kuzma out there, though. I mean, he can play 3.
Valanciunas is a weird guy.
Yeah, I definitely think they're gonna move off him. It just depends. I don't know what they're looking to get back for. Maybe
I don't know
picks.
What his market is either. I don't know what teams
he's a decent.
Really be looking
he's
for.
A decent starting center. Maybe your Bulls, buddy. Maybe your Bulls.
I mean, we have Vucevic. They're basically the same player.
I'll take Val over Vooch right now. That's what I'm saying. But
neither of those centers I want on my team if I'm trying to win. But
that is facts. I mean,
move on to the next one. I'd say.
All right. Next easy one, we got Isaiah Hartenstein.
Oh yeah, that's
big contract.
So easy. What do you get paid? $30 million
annually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like 3 years. I don't. That's more than that. It's like 4 years, 120, 125 maybe.
I mean, this team
stacked.
They've got the money. Why not sign him? The OKC Thunder.
Yeah, I'm excited to watch that. I think Chet. I'm curious to see if they're going to play them together. Get Chet more out on the perimeter, maybe playing some 4.
Yeah, I mean, I doubt that's the starting lineup.
No, definitely not starting lineup, but like some of those rotations. I'm curious to see if they are going to play together and how they will play together. I want to start off by saying I got cats in here. If y'all hear them playing or yelling something.
Running and jumping around right now.
Yeah, so my apologies. Eventually we can film when my cats aren't fucking shit up. But all right, we're gonna move on to the intermediate.
Okay.
First one we got is Spencer Dinwiddie.
Okay.
Yes, sir. So it's getting a little bit harder now.
He's such a
polarizing player.
He's been on so many teams: the Mavericks, the Lakers, the Nets.
He's gone back to a lot of those teams too. I feel like he played for the Nets twice, and
I think he played for the Lakers last year. I'm not even sure.
No, I don't think so. I don't think it was the Lakers, but
Spencer Dinwiddie. Let me think about this one.
It's one of those teams he's played for before. I'll give you a hint.
I feel like it's the Nets, but I think they've got Schroeder. I don't think.
Yeah, they got Schroeder out there. Not the Nets, I'll tell you right now.
I don't think it's the Lakers. Spencer Dinwiddie. I'm just gonna say the Mavericks.
Yeah, dude, you're right. It is the Mavericks. Yeah, he's back in Dallas. Yeah.
Okay.
I thought that was funny. That's the first team you rattled off of teams he's been on before.
I wasn't sure, to be honest.
Yeah, Mavericks for him.
It's a decent little backup point guard for him.
All right. Next one. This
3
one's
for 3 right now.
3 for 3. It is getting a little bit harder.
Yeah, we are in the intermediate.
Next one I got for you is Aaron Holiday. Who he play for?
Aaron Holiday.
Yes, sir. Decent backup point guard in the league, I'll say.
I know he was on the Pacers. That was like a few years ago.
Mad long ago.
The Wizards, I think he was on recently.
I don't know. I know who he's been on recently. I know who he plays for now.
I've got a feeling that it's the Pacers. Is it the Pacers?
Not the Pacers.
Not the Pacers. Okay.
Nah.
Is it? Could be the Milwaukee Bucks.
Not the Bucks. Not the Bucks. This might have been a trick question for you, buddy.
Is he still on the team that he was on before?
He was a free agent. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say whether he switched or not.
With the team.
I gotta say, I'm surprised we did re-sign him with the depth that we have at that position. I gotta say.
Is it the Rockets?
It's the Rockets.
Okay.
It's the Rockets. We had him last year. Played great, had a great season. I'm just surprised we did re-sign him after drafting Reed Shepard, having Amen, having Fred, having Jalen. I don't see where he fits in the lineup. Maybe some garbage time minutes, maybe some injury time.
Yeah, just back up just in case.
He's a good player. I'm surprised he didn't get a contract where he can really get minutes somewhere. All right, we're gonna move on to the God tier. You're not getting these, bro. I really don't think so. It's two guards.
Okay.
First one.
Aaron Holiday was definitely the toughest so far. So.
Yeah, it was a trick question. He's been on the Rockets. He re-signed with the Rockets.
Okay.
These next two are definitely harder than Aaron Holiday. But you are 4 for 4.
I'm just hoping I can get one.
You are 4 for 4. We're gonna start off with Corey Joseph. Who he playing for this year?
He's still in the league. Okay.
Yeah, dude, I was shocked. He's still in
the league.
Yeah, he's still in the league. He used to play for the Pacers.
I honestly think I might know this one. Does he play for the Warriors?
No.
Okay.
No Warriors.
Okay. For some reason, I thought he was with the Warriors.
No.
He's been on so many teams. I know he's been.
I'll give you a hint. It's Eastern Conference. Eastern Conference playoff team last year. So that's 8 teams.
Okay, so I was thinking the Pacers or the Magic.
You gonna pick one?
I'm just gonna rethink my teams for a second. I don't think it's the Pacers because they've got McConnell, so I'll go with the Magic.
It is the Magic. Corey Joseph. I don't think he's gonna play much, but he is on the Magic.
That was like a weird one.
Crazy. Yeah,
it was just like the Magic. they have guards, I guess.
All right, this one, he's been all around the league. I don't think he's played here before. He's played on both of our teams. Cameron Payne, who he playing for this year?
Ooh, I know he was on the Bucks recently, I guess.
Started his career in Chicago, right?
Very early, yeah.
Yeah.
Campaign. I think I do know this one. I just have to think for a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
Cameron Payne. I don't think he's necessarily on a good team. Maybe I'm wrong.
Not gonna comment. I'll say he is on a contender. He is on a contending team. In my opinion, a contender.
A contender.
A real contender. A real contender.
So that's...
In my opinion.
Is he on the Sixers?
No, he's not on the Sixers.
Okay.
And I don't really think they super real contenders, if I'm being honest. Okay. But we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
Because we are ranking the Eastern Conference, or predicting the Eastern Conference standing this year. Forgot to mention that at the beginning.
This is what this episode is about.
Yes. But back to this campaign.
If it's not the Suns, then I don't know.
All right.
Who is he on?
I'll give you one more hint to see if you can get it.
Okay.
Same color as the Suns in the Eastern Conference as a contender. That makes it pretty obvious. Same main color, I'd say. And it's not fucking purple.
So orange.
Yeah.
So it's not okay.
Eastern Conference. Yeah, he's on the Knicks this year.
Campaign's on the Knicks. Okay.
Yes, sir.
I had no idea about that one.
Neither did I, but until I looked it up. All right. So
Definitely won't get any playing time.
you got. We'll give you 5 for 6 on that. Not too bad at all.
Most of them I got first try.
Facts, facts.
Corey Joseph and Aaron Holiday. I had a couple guesses.
um. So yeah, as we mentioned, this whole episode we're gonna do predicting our Eastern Conference standings.
Yep.
We got
In
some
my
notes
list.
here. So we're gonna start from 15 and go up, I imagine.
Yeah, you want to start us off at 15?
I'll start us off. Number 15, I have the Brooklyn Nets. I think they're trying to lose. Um,
Okay.
they're trying to play capture the flag right now, if you know what I mean. Going
Yeah,
after Cooper Flag,
the
bro. Capture the
Cooper flag.
flag. That
Yes.
that's the tanking this year is capture the flag. I gotta say I'm a fan of Nick Claxton. I think he'll have a good season.
Yep. They
I
did
think
resign him.
fucking Cam Thomas could average 26, 27 if he really goes out there and hoops and they let him.
He gets the opportunity to.
If they let him, I mean, I think he could. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to be watching too much of him this year.
No.
Yeah. So number 15, I have the Brooklyn Nets. What about you?
Number 15, I have the Washington Wizards.
Damn.
Just because the Nets, they do have Claxton, they do have Cam Thomas.
I just think the Wizards.
The Wizards traded Denny Avdija, who was like
I'm a
might have
Denny
been
guy.
their second best player, maybe first, like most impactful, behind maybe Kuzma.
True.
And they might be trying to trade Kuzma because he did get that contract. I mean,
Yeah, he did get paid.
If contending teams want him, I think someone will.
I think the Wizards have a bit more of a like legitimate roster right now with
You think so?
Jordan Poole. As much as his stock is low right now, he's still a decent guard. Like I think he's gonna have an
I think
all
he's
right
gonna
year.
have a better season.
I mean, they got Poole, Kuzma, Val, Sar, Bilal, Koulibaly. He's nice.
Yeah, I mean he'll get a lot of minutes.
He'll get minutes. I think they just have a bit more of a competent roster than the Nets. I mean, the Nets have a lot of vets.
They still got Cam Johnson.
Cam Johnson, yeah, Dauphin, Schroeder ain't doing shit. I mean, he's their starting point guard right now, unless you're starting Ben Simmons.
Yeah, I mean he's not like he's garbage.
I think they still have
he's a decent point guard, but
well, that brings me to 14.
Yeah,
that's where I have the Wizards.
And I have the Nets at 14 as well.
I don't think Sar is gonna have a fantastic rookie year. I think he'll maybe be like 12-6. I don't think he's a good board getter. I mean, maybe 12-6.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like he doesn't really like want to go and hustle for him, but
Facts.
It's just a summer league, so.
I think he'll be a good defender. I think he'll be a great defender. His offensive game has to come around. I think he can get down there and swat some shots, move his feet. I think that's where he'll find his value this year.
Interesting to see how many minutes he'll get coming off the bench.
But nah, they do have kind of a weak ass roster.
Yeah.
I mean, I want to see them move off Val. I'd be curious to see if they move off Kuzma. I don't know if there's a huge market for him. I don't think he's a winning guy. Like I don't. Maybe he's a third, probably a fourth option. Yeah. And with that contract, I don't know if you want to pay your fourth option basically a max.
Yeah,
that's true. It's tough.
But either teams, I don't think.
You got the Nets at 14, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I've got the Nets at 14.
Anything you want to say about them?
No, I mean, both these teams are just trying to get Cooper at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Nets, they don't even have any young player they're building around. I mean, Cam Thomas? I guess.
Nick Claxton? He's not. They're not super young either, though. And I don't think anybody sees that potential in them to be better than like.
It's not like Alex Sar and Koulibaly,
Facts.
They just drafted the point guard Bub Carrington.
Oh, I forgot about Bub. Yeah.
I haven't seen what he'll do this season. The Nets haven't had their pick in like
a
few years.
My Rockets traded them their picks back for those Suns picks, which I don't know how I feel yet. I mean, I'm cool with it just because we have so much talent on the roster, but I'm not trying to talk Rockets right now. Let's move on.
Number 13, I've got the Pistons.
I've got the Pistons here as well. Anything you want to say about them?
I mean, they better be better than last year. Got rid of Monty Williams.
Man did not want to coach for them.
Got the bag and dipped, but
that was the plan all along.
Yeah, no, it's an interesting team. Not a lot of spacing.
Any players you want to see anything from?
Yeah, a guy that I personally like watching him play. I want
Mm.
to see if he gets the opportunity this year because last year the coach wouldn't play him.
Jaden
He
Ivey.
started Killian Hayes over him. Yeah, Jaden Ivey.
I
He's
like
very raw
Ivy.
still. I want to see if that jumper falls a little bit more, but his ability to get to the basket, he's so athletic. I love watching him play. I want to see if he takes a jump this
Call me
year.
crazy. I think Jaden Ivey could be like a top tier sixth man in this league.
You see a 6 man role
I
for
see
him?
a sixth man role for him, and like not just because the whole starting Killian Hayes shit over him. I think he's a great player. I think he'll do great things, but I would love to see him in like maybe like a Denver Nuggets six man role,
I like
like
him with
instead
the
of Russ.
Pistons
I mean,
just because
I don't know how well him and Cade are going to be playing on the court together.
Ivy's a scorer, of course,
So is Cade though.
but he can play make as well. So
No,
that's
no,
why
I know.
I think it's decent. They both can kind of like Cade's obviously the better playmaker and the better player.
I want to see a jump from Asar. I want to see him work on that ball handling a little bit more. I mean, I don't
Yeah.
think he's going to be a primary ball handler for them at all, but he could be a great connector piece for them, like on the wings, making passes, um, driving, cutting, oops.
He's one of those players that
Yeah, he could be
makes an
like
impact.
Draymond
But
on steroids. I feel like.
yeah,
I mean, maybe not the IQ yet, but you know what I'm saying.
I think he's gonna be more comfortable on the court this year, though. In the
Facts,
NBA game,
facts. He's got to get that jump shot.
see what Ron Holland
Jalen Duren's got to work on
can do
that
next year.
defense. Yeah, Ron Holland. Um,
He's a interesting rookie.
I feel like he's just a SAR 2.0 almost. Like they're gonna have two. There's no way they're gonna be on the court together. I feel like that's terrible spacing.
That's what I'm
Neither of them
saying.
can shoot.
You think they're gonna start Fontecchio?
I like Tech. I
Yeah.
think he's a great player. I mean,
they need someone in that lineup.
they need to start either Asar or Ron Holland, in my opinion.
But I think they're gonna start Sar.
Maybe.
I think so. I mean, he was their pick last year. He's already got the experience. But yeah, Jalen Duren, less fouls.
His offense is like so good. He's so great in that pick and roll. I just want to see him work harder on defense, stay out of foul trouble. Become a paint protector if that's in his cards.
I think so. I think he can be a decent paint protector. I like Jalen Duren, but Pistons at 13, at 12, I've got the Hornets.
Right here, I have the Chicago Bulls.
Really?
Yeah.
You have the Bulls at 12.
I think the Bulls are going to be
below the Hornets?
Real bad. If LaMelo's healthy, definitely below the Hornets. You got to remember 2 years ago, LaMelo and Miles Bridges and whoever else was on that roster, they went to the play-in and they got whooped by the Raptors. But if LaMelo's healthy, this team is actually like a play-in possibility, I feel like. Yeah. LaMelo was that boy. He has not been healthy. If he's healthy, him, Mark Williams, Miles Bridges still, Brandon Miller. Who else is on that roster? Trey Mann. Trey Mann's a hooper.
Yeah, they did trade for Trey Mann.
Facts.
I like that pickup for him.
But
at the end of last year.
The reason I got the Bulls here, I just hope they really cut to the chase on this rebuild. They have talent. I do not see how that talent comes together on this roster. I mean, with Zach LaVine and Josh Giddey and Kobe White and Harrison Barnes, is he a starter for you guys? I mean, Vooch. I just don't see how this roster plays. It's a lot of non-shooting. I mean, of course, Zach can shoot. Kobe can shoot. I mean, Harrison Barnes can shoot too, but none of these guys are like looking for the 3-point shot all the time, if that makes sense. You got no like.
Say Kobe White.
Kobe White is nice.
Probably our best shooter.
But are you going to be taking the ball out of his hands again with Josh Giddey on the court along with LaVine? I think a lot of these players thrive with the ball in their hands, at least those three. I mean, Josh Giddey, no comment on him. I mean, I'd love to see him, what he can do in more of a primary ball handler role. But
yeah, I mean, people forget like just 1 or 2 years ago, he averaged like what? Like 18, 6, and 6 almost.
Josh Giddey averaged 18, 6, and 6?
Look it up.
Yeah,
at least.
I mean,
he at least averaged like 16, but
he's got the potential, but I just don't know if it's so weird in Chicago because there's not a whole lot of opportunity for but it's still a bad team.
See,
Like
he's 21 years old,
I just hope Zach LaVine hoops his ass off and gets the fuck up out of
and in
there.
2023 he averaged 16, 8 rebounds, 6 assists
Okay.
in 31 minutes. So I mean, yeah, he does like the ball in his hands.
I don't think he can play off ball. I just don't think he's that type of player. He's a point guard, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, he's definitely better
A non-shooting
making
point guard,
plays.
though, which is
We'll see what
tough.
he does with his shooting. If he can be able to just catch and shoot,
They need to trade
that'd be
Zach.
better.
They need to trade Vooch expeditiously. It should have been done yesterday.
I don't think Vooch is getting traded just because.
No market.
Yeah, no one really wants him.
You're gonna have to give up picks to get rid of him.
I
How
think he
much
got
longer is his contract? 2
2 more years, I believe.
2 more years of purgatory for the Bulls.
At least.
At the very least.
I
After a
want to see what
decade.
we do with LaVine. I think he's gonna have a lot better season this year.
No, LaVine's a hooper.
I mean, he's rated 83 in 2K, which is kind of disrespectful.
Crazy,
At
crazy.
least 85.
I mean, 2K is ridiculous. Those ratings don't mean anything at all. I think he is a little bit underrated this time. This going into this season, just because he's been injured the last few years. Hasn't been consistently on the court, but I think he's a great player. I think
before DeMar got here, Zach LaVine had like a great season.
Yeah, he was averaging like 27, I thought. He's a great player, and I think he's going to do great things this year. I just don't think the Bulls are going to necessarily profit off that. I think they're going to be a bad team.
You think the Hornets are going to be better than
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I do.
Okay.
And which brings me to my number 11. Or do you want to talk about the Hornets at all at number 12?
We talked about them.
Okay, well, I'm about to talk about them right now.
Okay.
At my 11, I have the Hornets. I honestly think they could be a play-in team if things go right for them, if they get lucky.
If LaMelo stays healthy.
If LaMelo ever stays healthy, they can do it.
It's been a few years. But
I think if he stays healthy, they can jump. But I do want to see what Brandon Miller looks like after an offseason. He had a great rookie season. I wasn't too high on him coming in, but he proved me wrong. I think he's going to be great. If he can,
I think the fit between him and LaMelo is.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
It's perfect.
Yeah, they can play off of each other.
I think Mark Williams could be nice.
I like him.
Another Miles Bridges. I mean, even with everything attached to his name, he's still a good basketball player. I mean, I think he can go out here and average 20 again.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, he's a good basketball player.
That's all there is to it. I mean, I don't love their depth, but I think he signed for like not team friendly, but like pretty team friendly.
Yeah, I didn't think it was that big.
It wasn't. I mean, I don't think anybody else was taking a chance at him. Maybe the Clippers, but
yeah.
Do you want to move on to 10? Who's at your 11?
11, I have the Atlanta Hawks.
Oh, damn. You got the Bulls at 10 then.
At 11, I have the
You're Hawks. Crazy. Okay.
The Hawks. I wanted to put them 10.
Yeah.
In my original list, I had them a little higher.
Okay.
But
you had to put that bias in.
No, I had to just think about it a little bit. Trae Young, I mean, last year, what were they, like the 9th seed, 10th seed? That was with DeJounte. Obviously, the fit wasn't what they wanted.
Not at all.
Your turn, my turn, with him and Trae Young.
Yeah.
They got Dyson Daniels now. We'll see if he'll start.
I think it's going to be – I have the Hawks at 10. I got to say, I think it's going to be a situation of less is more.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
So
that's what I was thinking, but at the end of the day,
I mean, I think Jalen Johnson's going to have a better year.
If they're going to win a lot of games, it's going to be Trae Young averaging 30.
I think Trae Young's going to have an amazing season. He's even underrated right now just because of the situation with the Hawks. The whole are they going to trade him thing. I mean, there was the whole thing of if he was going to request a trade. Yeah. Because him and what's that coach's name?
For the Hawks, Nate McMillan.
Nate McMillan and him and Trae apparently don't get along.
Yeah, well,
reports allegedly.
Quinn Snyder now.
I know. Quinn Snyder's nice. I think the Hawks are going to have a great season. I think Trae's going to have a great season. I mean, obviously, I still have him at 10.
I think Trae's going to have a great season, but I still need to see what Dyson Daniels does.
I think Dyson Daniels is going to thrive out here.
Yeah, so do I, but we really haven't seen him in this opportunity yet. You can't.
That's
true. He's just going to come out and
I think
be really good.
I think he can do like
but it's not going to be right from the jump,
15, 4, and like 6, dude. I think he's gonna come out
15,
here
4,
and
and 6.
hoop
That'd
in.
be a great
And
season.
I think that he's gonna have a great season, and I think he's a great defender.
And they also got like no one's talk. Is Richardson going to start? Like,
dude, Richardson's ass.
The first overall pick
I
in the
don't
draft.
think Zachary Richardson is going to do
point.
anything in
They
this
should
league.
have taken Reed Shepard #1. Him and
Thank
Trey,
you.
they would have been nice together. They would have been perfect together.
Reed Shepard was the best prospect in that draft class. But either way,
I mean,
I don't see what Richardson.
He's the first overall pick.
I think they have to start him at the 3.
Right?
They have to.
Yeah.
I mean, who else would they even start at 3?
Sadiq Bey, is he still on the team? But
I feel like there's someone we're forgetting about. But
Bogdanovich, but he's more of a 2.
He's more of a 2. I think he's more of a bench guy, anyways. Mm-hmm. I think he could start. He's a great player.
But
especially
Jalen
next
Johnson,
to Trey.
Obviously, he's gonna.
I think he'll take another step towards All-Star.
All-Star though. No.
I think he's gonna take another step towards All-Star caliber. It's hard to make an All-Star game,
especially if you're on the Hawks as in like what, the second best player.
Yeah, the second best player on the Hawks. That will be tough.
If Trae Young hasn't been an All-Star in the past few years.
Well, that's just because he's got a lot of stuff attached to his name. Like he's kind of been a polarizing player in the last few years. I think Jalen Johnson's gonna average 20, dude, at least.
Maybe like 18.
He averaged 16 last year.
We'll see what his shot creation for himself is like.
True.
Is he really that type of player? I guess we'll find out this year. He's gonna have a lot of opportunity. But
we will. I mean, I don't love
situation with Capella too.
They got to move off Capella quickly. I mean, start Nkongwu right now. Yeah. Onyeka needs to get some minutes as a starter. I don't care.
If he's going to be their long-term option, then they got to play him at some point. But yeah, just they got Daniels in there, Richardson. They got a young lineup besides Trey and Capella.
True. Who's your 10 though?
10, that's why I have the Bulls.
Crazy. Biased.
I had them towards 11, 12 at first.
No Caruso, no defense. To be honest, y'all got no defense on that roster.
We got rid of DeMar.
You still don't have any defense on that roster. 0.
Lonzo Ball.
Lonzo Ball isn't going to play.
He's coming.
Is he actually going to play minutes for real? I've seen him on the court, but it's not at NBA level.
You don't think he's going to get any minutes?
The bro has not played in 2.5 years, dude.
Okay, but
he might get minutes, but he's not going to look great. Like, I'm a Lonzo Ball fan. I really don't.
I'm excited to see what our lineup is going to be.
I mean, say Lonzo's healthy.
Well, he's
who are you starting?
Starting.
Say he's 100%.
He hasn't played.
Okay. Midway through the year,
there's no way
he's got his lungs back.
Year,
okay, if that's what you say.
Kobe White. And I guess we have to start.
I say start Giddey at the 1. Start Giddey at the 1.
Kobe White and Giddey are going to be like
interchangeable
kind of combo guards, I guess. I mean, Kobe White is.
Kobe White's definitely a combo guard. Josh Giddey's
he's like a point forward kind of.
I don't know what the hell he is. A pedophile.
Yeah.
It's positionless. That's the thing, though. It's positionless. Yeah. So I think you just gotta. I think Giddey needs to be the primary ball handler, though.
Yeah, I mean, but like you said earlier, we do have Levine and Kobe White. Kobe White and him can play off ball, but
I mean, you just traded DeMar for him, though, or not DeMar, Caruso,
without getting a pick.
Crazy.
Then I think we're gonna have to start Pat Will. We're not gonna start Barnes. It's not like we're going for a fucking playoff or anything, you know. I've got him at 10. I've got him right in the play-in. But
Pat Will has not shown me anything to make me believe that he's a starter in this league.
Not a starter, yeah. I mean, I can't really say
anything. He's made 0 progression.
Yeah.
0.
I mean,
maybe that's on the Bulls.
It's probably tough playing with.
Oh, no doubt.
DeMar,
no doubt, and Zach. Yeah.
I mean, but we saw what Kobe White did last year with opportunity.
With a little more opportunity.
But I'm not expecting anything from Pat Will, you know.
I mean,
defense.
I think you will start
knock down your open threes, you know.
Who's your all's backup big?
We got Vooch and Drummond left.
Oh, Drummond's
in Philly now. Who is the backup big?
Oh, there's still Buzelis. You guys got to start Buzelis, right?
He's not going to start, I don't think.
What do you mean?
I think he's going to be the 6th man.
You were high on Buzelis. You said Buzelis was the top player in the draft.
I think he's got the biggest ceiling.
Crazy.
the biggest ceiling. I think that, and I said that before he went to the Bulls. You
You
know that.
did say
I've said
that. You
that
did
long
say
before he
that,
went to the
but
Bulls that I like Buzelis. He's my favorite player in the draft.
wild.
I mean, I think
Maybe ceiling.
He's definitely not starting.
How?
I mean, what if you're gonna play him at the 4?
Yeah. What do you
Over
mean, like
Pat Will?
6'10"?
Yeah, no, he is 6'10".
Pat Will was a
He's
top
pretty
4
scrawny
pick,
though.
and he's bad.
You know, listen,
Give
if
Buzelis
we
the
start
chance.
Buzelis, I'd like that, but I don't think that'd happen.
We'll have to see once they roll out the first game.
Yeah, no, he's definitely not starting.
You want to
beginning of
start
the
off
year.
with your 9?
Yeah, my 9, I've got the Miami Heat.
Okay. I have the Raptors, but you want to talk to me about the Heat?
Yeah, at first I had the Heat at 8, Raptors at 9, but
That's
the
exactly
more
what
I
got.
thought about it, the Heat, it's like they're the same every year, you know. As your cat's going crazy back there, but what's their team? The Heat.
The Heat.
Who's their point guard?
Terry Rozier.
No, he's coming off the bench.
Why?
For Hero, you can't start Hero.
You can definitely start Hero and Rozier.
No,
it's not going to be pretty.
You need like
that's their one. Terry Rozier is starting for them at the 1. Who
starting.
else? Who else?
I'm forgetting about someone.
I don't think so, dude.
Anyway,
look up that roster right now. I don't think so.
Who was their starting point guard last year? It wasn't Rozier.
Rozier was hurt.
Exactly.
I don't know. I don't watch a lot of Heat games, but
I mean, they got Patty Mills.
Nah, that's not who was playing for them last year. I can promise you.
I mean, I guess it's DeLon Wright.
DeLon Wright is not on that team anymore. He's on the Bucks.
I'm just looking at Google.
I mean,
Alec Burks, is he gonna start?
Hell maybe. No. Alec Burks is not your starting point guard.
So they're gonna start.
They're gonna start Rozier.
Josh Richardson.
Josh Richardson definitely played for them.
He did last year.
Last
year. So yeah, I mean, like I thought, they didn't really have like a point guard.
I think it was Hero kind of playing point guard, and then Richardson kind of playing the 2.
Yeah.
Which is like, I'm definitely taking Rozier in.
I just
you gotta remember Terry Rozier.
No, I think
he came in the league as a defender.
That's not his game though.
It was his game. You don't remember him locking up Eric Bledsoe, Scary Terry? That's how he got the nickname in the playoffs. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was pissed.
He's a different guy now. You know, he's evolved.
He's still that defender though.
He's a microwave off the bench.
You don't think he can defend, play make, and still get that? No. Still get his buckets in this offense?
No. I mean, he can be a decent defender, but like that's not what they traded him for.
Ain't no way he's not starting. In my opinion.
What? Him, Hero, Jimmy,
Hami,
Jovic. Oh yeah,
Hami, and Bam, and they got. I'm curious to see if they play Bam at the 4 at all. Now that they got Ware out there,
he looked really good in summer league.
I'm great. I'm happy to see that duo. Can't wait to see that big man duo down there eventually.
But the reason I have the Raptors over them is because, I mean, the trade they pulled off last year.
Love it.
Their starting lineup: Quickly, Barrett, whoever the 3 is, Barnes and Pirtle.
I think it's gonna be Quickly, Grady Dick.
Yeah.
Barrett and Barnes. I think Grady Dick's gonna have a great year.
He's a great 3-and-D guy.
He's a great 3-and-D. I think he can shoot that pill. He can shoot that pill for real.
Barrett and Scotty Barnes. So does Quickly.
I think RJ's gonna get that
spacing and getting to the rim with Barrett and Barnes. Like,
facts.
I just think they got a good team.
Are they starting Pirtle again at the 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Pirtle's still on the team.
I definitely am excited to see Quickly another year on the Raptors. I think he can average 20.
So do I.
Barnes, obviously, hopefully he takes another step.
One of the best young prospects.
Definitely. I was still surprised when he was picked 4th.
Yeah.
He was a steal that night, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Barrett's gonna get that hometown Canadian boost. Back in Canada. I think RJ, if he doesn't figure it out this year, I don't know what to expect from him since that.
Well, the stats say after he got traded to the Raptors,
he was playing great.
He was playing a lot better. He was more efficient.
That's true.
So
I'm high on the Raptors, but I did have them 9. I think I'm just excited to see what this young roster brings to this table.
So now we're getting to the
IQ and Scotty are just going to be a great duo, though.
Yes.
For years to come, I think.
Perfectly.
Facts. So you had the Raptors at 8.
Yes.
I
And
had
this
the
is where
Heat at 8.
this is where it gets interesting. Unless you want to talk about the Heat.
We talked a lot about the Heat.
Number 7. I want to hear who you have. This is where
it gets interesting.
It gets tough. The top 7. Because these two teams I was fighting over, but I had to put one over the other.
I had 3 teams I was fighting over here.
3, wow.
Yeah, I mean 5, 6, and 7 I think are going to be very different.
I think 5 is decently, like, I'm comfortable putting them there, but okay.
I think my 5 is going to be very different.
Let's hear who
crazy,
you have at 7.
Crazy, dude. I have the Magic at 7.
So do I.
Okay.
So do I.
So I'm curious to see who you have next then.
Okay, so the Magic.
I got the Magic at 7.
They're such a good team, but
Paolo's going to have a breakout year. He's going to have a great year.
Paolo, especially since they got KCP.
Facts.
Perfect signing for that team.
I'm still not sold on Franz as a shooter. I got to see more from Franz as a shooter. That's why I have him at 7. If Franz comes out and he's shooting that pill and he knows like how to get that open shot again,
it's really, I mean, that's really it about his game, just his consistent shooting.
They're going to be a great defensive team. That defense is going to be insane. It's going to win them games.
I wonder who their starting point guard is going to be.
Jalen Suggs.
Suggs, yeah.
Definitely, most definitely, it's going to be
Suggs.
I was
thinking Anthony Black, but he's too young.
He's too young. Suggs is better.
Suggs is definitely the better player.
It's going to be Suggs, KCP, Franz, Paolo, and Wendell.
Yeah. Insane
defense. Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
I think Paolo is going to be basically all NBA this
Aaron
year.
Gordon. You see who said that?
No.
See Gilbert Arenas.
Gilbert Arenas be trolling.
I don't know if it was on his podcast, but someone said that Paolo's
closer to Braun.
Yeah.
He's closer to Braun.
He can do everything. He's the engine of that team, but
you saw that picture of him standing with like Tatum, Luka, and Paolo?
Huh? Who?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Tatum, Luka, and Zion.
Oh no.
Paolo just looked like bigger than all of them. He just was like 6'10", big as hell.
He is 6'10", big as hell. But the reason I had them 7, obviously they have a great defense.
I'm gonna get this fucking cat real quick.
But in the regular season, 7, because in the regular season, obviously they have a great defense, but I think offense might matter a little bit more when it's more fast paced, and that's why I had the Pacers at 6.
Okay.
These two teams I was fighting over, the Pacers and the Magic. I feel like they're going to be one game apart, but the reason I put the Pacers here, they have Siakam, obviously. Tyrese Halliburton, one of the best offensive players in the league, like without a doubt.
You know I'm high on Tyrese.
He is nice. So I have had them one spot over the Magic. It was tough. The Magic is a great team. I love KCP signing.
Facts.
But I saw what the Pacers did in the playoffs last year. Andrew Nembhard.
He's gonna be
nice. Great 2-card for that team.
I love that roster, honestly.
Aaron Nesmith.
Call me crazy. I got the Cavs at 6.
You got the Cavs.
I got the Pacers at 5, dude. I'm high on Tyrese. I got the Cavs at 6. They could be better. I think
the Cavs are such a good team. It's
such a good roster.
I couldn't put them below 5.
I think they should have moved on from Jared Allen this year and moved Mobley to the 5.
Jared Allen's so good, though.
He is good, but imagine if they just made that Brandon Ingram trade. That's a better roster. Tell me it's not. Move Mobley down to the 5.
You're gonna trade Jarrett for BI?
Yeah, they should have done that.
I mean, I think the Pelicans would want to do that.
Yeah, I think that's a win-win for both teams. But I'm not a GM. They still got a Coro out there. Make a Coro play 4.
Max Strus.
Oh, Max Strus can play the 4.
No.
Someone's got to play 4 because Mobley's playing 5. I think Mobley would be better at 5, but that's just me.
Well, right now he's playing the 4, so
my
defensive tandem is still there.
I think they had to move off one of those guys. That's why I got him at 6. Garland and Mitchell,
I think
as great as they two are, as great as both of them are, I don't know how well they can be as a backcourt together. I mean, there's one ball.
Yeah.
And Garland is a primary ball handler, but can't really do that if Donovan Mitchell is hooping his ass off like he has been. I mean,
they can both play off ball.
They can, but is that when they're at their best?
Definitely not.
Nah. I feel like they either had to move off move off Allen and get someone else in there. Yeah, exactly. Garland or Mobley. Nah. Garland or Allen's got to go.
Yeah.
In my opinion, I think that just creates friction in that offense. That's why I got them below the
their
Pacers.
roster just in general though, like, and they got Kenny Atkinson.
True,
Apparently
great
he's
coach.
gonna be more free flowing offense or whatever. But
so yeah, number 5.
I've got the Cavs at 5. I'm guessing you've got the Pacers.
I've got the Pacers. You know I'm a huge fan of Halliburton.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's one of the best offensive players in the game right now.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what they could do in the playoffs.
I'm curious to see how Ben Mathurin fits in after that playoff run. I think he's going to be coming off the bench for them.
He's definitely going to be coming off the bench.
I think their defense is going to be better this year. The first half of the year, they had one of the worst defenses in the league and a top offense. After Pascal got there, that defense was like a little bit below average, but they're still one of the top offenses,
no matter what, with
facts.
Halliburton out there.
Excited to see another year of like gelling for Tyrese and Pascal. Miles Turner is coming off an amazing year. He's an amazing defender. Of course, Nemhard, Neesmith, all those wings they got that are great plug-and-play players that can basically do everything for you.
They didn't really make any changes at all either.
I don't think they had to. I think their off-season was Pascal.
Yeah.
It's just the main thing's gonna be how does Ben Mathurin fit back into this rotation after that playoff run where they saw so much success.
Yeah.
I think he could be a great like microwave off the bench for them.
I think that's his role right now.
Facts. It just curious to see where exactly he fits in.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, so.
And you want to talk about the Cavs at all? You got them at 5?
I mean, yeah. I think
they just got that great roster.
Garland, Mitchell, Strus, Mobley, Allen. I mean,
yeah,
that's a great starting 5. They fit together, I think.
Is Okoro still on that team?
Yeah, he's still on the team.
I want to see something from Okoro. He never really
finished his shooting, He never really got that consistent shot, so that's why I think Strus is the starter. You can kick it out.
Oh, definitely.
To knock it down.
We ain't gonna lock no one down like Isaac.
Their depth isn't very too good.
Cavs.
Yeah.
I think that's why I had them at 6.
It's fair. I mean, I can't hate it, but just that starting 5, I just had to give them the edge.
And of course, we got the same 4 teams in that top 4, but the order might get interesting.
The order will definitely get interesting.
Who you got at 4?
Number 4, I think, they're a great team. They probably have this first or second best player in the East, but I had to go with the Bucks.
That's crazy to me.
I had to go with the Bucks.
That's crazy.
I mean, I think Beasley's gone. There goes that shooting.
We got Gary Trent.
They're starting to. Gary
Trent.
Yeah. Gary Trent's good. That's a great signing, actually. I forgot they did that. But
on a minimum.
I couldn't put them over the top 3 teams. I mean, I wanted to just because Giannis, he's going to get you wins in the regular season.
And Dame.
Dame, yes. You can't forget about Dame. I think he's going to have a better season this year with them, too. But are they really going to be going that crazy in the regular season? I mean, Middleton's old. Brooks
they got the oldest roster in the league.
So are they really going to be playing their guys that much in the regular season?
No, I don't disagree with you at all with anything that you said. The only reason I did not put them 4, I have the 76ers 4.
You have the 76ers
Crazy. But they have an entirely new roster besides Maxey and Embiid and
they do.
Kelly Oubre.
It's a great roster though.
It is, but I just think it's going to take some time. I don't think they're going to come out of the gate.
I think they could though.
I don't think they're going to come busting out of the gate. I think they're going to have to, figure some things out. First half of the year. Second half of the year, I think they're going to be amazing. They're going to be one of the better teams in the league. It's just they just need some time to mesh. I think just regular season, they're going to be meshing. I expect a great year from Joel Embiid and Maxey. I just don't. I think Paul George fits perfectly in with them. Fit. I just think it's going to take some time for them to figure that out.
My only thing is what do they need to figure out?
It's an entirely new roster. They need to figure out how each other likes to play. Exactly. Yeah. It's not going to be clicking, in my opinion, right off the bat. It's going to take a couple weeks. Point. It's going to take maybe 20, 30, maybe 40 games to figure that out.
That long, I think.
Who's their coach again? Nick Nurse?
Yeah, one of the best coaches.
And no, I think he is a great coach. I think that defense is going to be great.
I mean, I think just regular season wise, at least they're a better team than the Bucks.
No, I think they're a better team as well. I think it's just going to take some time to figure it out.
Period.
The Bucks are going to have another year of Giannis and Drew figuring that shit out. Like you thought that was going to be perfect right off the bat.
Giannis and Dame, you mean?
What I say, Giannis and Drew.
Yeah.
I miss you, Drew.
But you do though.
I think Giannis and Dame
won a chip right away.
I think Dame's going to be a bit more confident this year. He's going to be a little bit more. Yeah. I think I got the Bucks at 3. I think the Bucks are going to be better than what we saw them last year. I think Giannis is going to still come out average 30, like he do.
Besides Trent, did you
30 and 10
moves in the
yeah.
more depth?
I can't think of them right now. We got a few other like wings. I'm hoping some young guys step up, like Marjon Beauchamp. I've been hoping for him to kind of take a step for the last 2 years now.
Andre
Maybe
Jackson,
let's say
decent.
year. He's a great defender. Yeah. He's an amazing defender. I think he'll definitely get some run for us. Man, I need to see us move off these old ass bigs like Brooke Lopez.
Coach, so. You could be great.
Doc Rivers was he a coach of the year? 2-time coach of the year? Did he get one in Boston and LA? I don't know.
So I know Dwayne Casey won and he got fired the next year. So
yeah, that award doesn't mean anything. But Doc Rivers, I hate him. But hey,
still have Giannis,
we still have Giannis and Dame. You're forgetting about Dame. You're acting like 2 years ago Dame wasn't averaging 30, and everybody and their mama was trying to get him to their team when they didn't want to trade to Miami. So
yeah, they know.
I think that chemistry is going to get better this year. So
if that defense gets any better. At 3, I've got the New York Knickerbockers.
Oh, okay. I got the Knicks at 2, but you can go ahead and talk about them.
I mean, their team is just stacked. They're probably the most stacked team in the league. Just talking about 1 through 8.
Imagine if they were to keep Isaiah 2, though. That would have been disgusting. Yeah.
That's the only question I guess they have is their backup big. They got Precious still.
Yeah.
Achua.
Yeah, they got Precious Achua still.
But this starting lineup, Brunson, OG, McCall, Randall, and Robinson.
Gross.
Disgusting. I mean, it's going to be interesting with Julius Randle in there.
Yeah, curious to see how he fits in after that playoff run.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely insane. Like, Jalen Brunson is the clear one, obviously.
Of course. I think Julius Randle's the clear 2 as well. It's just, is he going to be okay with being the 2? But you also got to feed a bunch of other guys. Not feed necessarily, but
OG and McCall, they can get it within the flow of the offense.
But is the offense going to flow with Randall? I mean, he's a ball stopper. Yeah. That's the problem. Is the offense going to flow? Because all these guys,
he has to be a little bit more of a playmaker.
If say he comes in and he's not fitting in, and they're trying to move off him, who do you want to see the Knicks make a move for? If Julius Randle's not fitting the way that they hope for.
I mean, it's so weird because the Knicks, it's like if they're getting rid of Randle for the Knicks, it's like I don't think they need to add anything. It's the less is more with the Knicks, like
definitely.
So I don't what would you really trade him for at the end of the day? Because I don't think you can upgrade.
I don't think I'd even be looking for an upgrade. I'd be definitely looking for something that fits my roster,
and maybe a hard player to move as well.
Maybe Randall for like some depth. I mean, like a starting quality 4. Maybe like big. Call me crazy. Nah, that wouldn't work out. Never mind. I was thinking like trade for like a John Isaac type, but the Magic aren't trading for Julius Randle. No, they got too many wings over there, or too many forwards. But tell me John Isaac wouldn't be nice on that.
That defense
would be crazy.
But
I feel like they do need. Maybe Julius Randle will be perfect for them because you can't have Brunson. He's going to
be perfect or he's going to be the disaster, Julius Randle.
You can't have Brunson handling the ball the entire game. I mean, Randle can be a ball handler for you. Yeah. He's not a terrible passer. It's just when he wants to pass.
Yes, and if he wants to take that step back midi over too, sometimes it goes in.
And you got them at 3?
I've got them at 3.
I've got the Knicks at 2.
Okay.
I got them as the second
best team in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah. Definitely curious to see how much or how well Mitchell Robinson plays.
Yeah.
Now that he's definitely in the solidified year. 5.
There's no Isaiah Hartenstein to bail him out.
Facts.
He's picking up fouls and
so that means you got the Sixers at 2?
I've got the Celtics at 2.
Whoa.
I've got the
That's a
Boston
bomb.
Celtics
That's
at
a
number
that's
2.
a bomb. That's a bomb. Okay.
Porzingis is out for the start of the year.
Yep. I know.
They got what? They're gonna start Horford at 5. He's like 36 by now. At some point, he's got to take it. He's got to like fall off
I
a
still
little bit.
got him one.
They
though.
can't really play 30 minutes a game. Who else is their 5? Who else do they have?
What's his name?
Xavier Tillman.
Yeah, Xavier
I
Tillman.
mean, yeah, he's okay. He can fit in while Porzingis is out. It's
That's crazy.
The reason I have the Philadelphia 76ers at 1, their offseason was just perfect. Listen to this lineup. Maxey, PG, Oubre. They got Caleb Martin.
Caleb Martin's not doing nothing.
You don't think he's a perfect fit for that team? Defense and hit the corner threes and space out. He's basically like Tobias, except
you're thinking of that
except you're not
that one playoff series, Caleb Martin,
where he destroyed the Bucks. Yeah, no, but you swap out Tobias for PG.
Okay,
and then you still got Oubre, great spacing, off the bench. Their team's just perfect for the regular season. I mean, you saw what Embiid did last year in the regular season. He's averaging 30 and 12 and like.
Is he going to be healthy?
That's the question, obviously, for the team.
Maybe I'm Sixers haters, dude, because I got them at 4. You got them at 1.
I've got them at number 1.
That's crazy.
For the regular season, I mean, Embiid absolutely dominates.
I think they're going to be good in the playoffs.
Maxey's going to be crazy.
I think I kind of got
PG just fits in perfectly.
But it's going to take time, brother.
For that team, like
they only brought back 3 players.
Yeah, they need to learn how to play with each other. I
guess. Has PG ever played with a dominant big man like Embiid? No. He doesn't necessarily. Obviously, he might.
You don't think he can just catch and shoot? Embiid is a player you
PG
have to
a catch and shoot guy?
What do you mean?
I think he can do more than that.
No, obviously he can get his own.
Yeah,
but they
got to figure out the pecking order. I think they also got to figure out. Obviously, Embiid's
come on, it's figured out. Embiid, Maxey,
is
PG.
Maxey. Does PG feel that way? That Maxey's clearly ahead of him.
You don't think he'd go there without knowing? Like, some days he'll be the number 2 if he's good that day.
Who's taking that last shot?
Embiid. They're gonna have to double.
Yeah, so who's he passing to? When they double off of. That's true. At that point, it's just
Maxey
the rotation spot.
And Caleb, like, he can knock it down.
Is Caleb starting for them, or are they doing?
I think they would start Caleb. I mean, they're not going to start Paul Reed. They got Drummond. I
forgot they brought Paul Reed. No, Paul Reed's not on that roster anymore. He got waived.
Are you sure?
Yeah, look it up. He got waived.
But they actually have a backup for Embiid now. Drummond. True. He's like probably the best backup in the league.
Definitely the best backup in the league.
They got Eric Gordon. I mean,
true.
He can catch fire off the bench.
Good catch and shoot player for Embiid off those
Martin
doubles.
Jr. I mean,
he's a good player. KJ, actually, I'm hating. KJ is a great player.
Still got Lowry. I mean,
Kyle Lowry.
See what Jared McCain does anything.
I don't know if Jared McCain's going to get a ton of run.
Probably not. Maybe like 12 to 20 minutes a game.
I mean, hey, maybe he pops off.
But I think he fits well with that team too, just shooting. And he can do like the backup Maxey role.
Let me talk about the Celtics. But
that's why I have the 76ers.
Let me talk about the Celtics. KP's going to miss the start of the season and Horford's aging. I don't care. They got a chip. Even after that championship, them 2 stars got a chip on their shoulder.
Yeah, for sure.
Why is Jason Tatum tired? He didn't play. He didn't play in the Olympics. And
I just saw him missing lays in China. Did you see that?
Shut the hell up.
Missed 4 lays in a row.
He's not trying. I'm telling you right now, Jason Tatum. And I'm not even a big Jason Tatum guy. Yeah, he's going to come into the season with vengeance, dude. Jaylen Brown, he still has not gotten his respect after a Finals MVP.
Got a Finals MVP.
Bro, they picked Derek White over him for the Olympic team. And I get it. Derek White's a great player.
They also picked him over.
He ain't no 87 in 2K.
No, that's crazy. 84 maybe.
Maybe.
At highest.
And I like Derek White.
But they also picked him over Mitchell. You know?
I just think
they just want a role player.
Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum are going to come into the season kicking ass.
Yeah. I mean, I can't blame you.
Not to mention, they still got the lockdown backcourt of Drew Holiday and Derek White. Who can get by that? Not one person.
Yeah, that's
Peyton Pritchard. He's a great bench point guard. I don't care. Peyton Pritchard is nice.
Yes.
And when KP comes back, dude, it's clips for the rest of the league. They're gonna run through the entire Eastern Conference. They're going to be the 1 seed. The 76ers can kick rocks because they're definitely not going to be better than the Celtics this year. Don't care.
You want to put a bet on
They
it?
brought back the whole roster.
You want to put a bet on it?
They brought back the whole championship roster.
$50.
I'll bet you $50 right now.
The 1 seed.
Yeah, regular season.
I've got
Celtics
the 76ers.
Shake on it. I got the Celtics.
Let's go. $50.
Maybe
Live.
if they're not the 1 seed, it's whoever's got the better record. But
yeah,
y'all watch this. Let us know in the comments who you agree with on that bet.
Yep. I think the 76ers are a better team.
Crazy. You think the 76ers are a better team than the championship winning? They walked through the entire league last year.
Yeah, who did they get to face in the Eastern
Dude,
Conference?
It doesn't matter. They walked through the league. Did you see how easy that finals was for them?
I respect the Celtics.
Did you see how easy that finals was for them?
Yeah.
They shit on them.
We'll see, though.
He shitted on the Mavs, dude. And Jason Tatum didn't even play great.
No, he didn't.
They weren't even playing great.
About Franz shot. You should be worried about Tatum's shot.
Shut the hell up. I'm not even a Jason Tatum guy. I don't think he's top 5 in the NBA like some people might put him there. I still think he's a great player. He's going to be coming in pissed. I think you got to put some respect on his name like Steve Kerr didn't. It's a math problem. The 76ers are not going to be better than the Celtics this year. I'll take that. Regular season, playoffs, whatever.
I guess we'll see. I've got a lot of faith in
the Celtics. Just make it look easy.
As long as Embiid is healthy.
But when KP comes back in that month or two, it's clips. It's clips.
It's a lot of time.
A month or two is not that much time.
You got to integrate him back in.
What do you mean? You saw him in the finals. He didn't have to get integrated in. First game, he came out hooping. You don't have to integrate shit. Okay. You have to integrate an entire new roster in Philadelphia, and you're talking about, that's easy. They don't have to. What do they have to figure out?
I'm saying they're going to start the year like how they're playing, and then they're going to have to insert him back in like after they already got a rhythm.
They did that in the playoffs. My thing is, you have to integrate an entire new roster.
I'm not going to hate on the Celtics.
You have to integrate an entire new roster.
Celtics are a great team, obviously. I just have a lot of faith in 76ers.
You're going to be eating them words, brother.
Oh, we'll put $50 on it. So
we did.
We'll see.
All right, you want to wrap this up? You got anything else you want to say for this?
I think that was a great first episode.
All right.
Get our feet wet.
All right.
And we'll be back with the Western Conference, which is going to be, this wasn't very tough.
Not at all. The West is going to be.
The West is going to be a bloodbath. Someone's going to miss.
Someone's dropping. Some young team's not going to get in.
It's going to be. Want to put them out, but yeah.
Exactly. It's going to be interesting to say the least. We're definitely going to be debating on some of these ones. I already know.
Yep. All right. Well.
All right.
First episode.
Y'all tune in to the next one next week and
make sure to like and subscribe.
All right. Let's wrap it up.